Look what I got. Think I'd ever buy material? Check this out. And just wait till you see what my wife's gonna make for me. So my wife comes in the room and she shows me one of these. This is a pattern for a water bottle carrier. And I looked at it and she says, "Do you want one of these?" I says, "No, I don't want that. I don't, it's got flowers on it." So the more I looked at it, she made one for herself. And it's got a pocket on one side and a place to slide like a phone on the other. And I thought, you know what? That's a good idea, but I don't want flowers. So I ordered some material. Here, check out some of these. Rock Island. Okay, Missouri Pacific Lines. That's got family connections. Diane's grandmother worked for that line. It almost looks like there's something for everyone on this.
So you're centering it not only the length, but also the width.
So my wife's doing, here, this isn't the railroad term, okay? She's doing what she calls fussy cutting. And she's trying to cut a pocket out and trying to figure out where the flap is so that this Milwaukee road is about, say an inch down from the flap. And that's what she's trying to do right there. So when you look at that, the Milwaukee road emblem would be right about there. And that's what she's trying to figure out. So we'll see how really good she is at this. This is pretty cool. I'm learning how to...
fussy cut a template.
Yeah. So she cut this piece of paper out. And this way she can get the view she's looking for in order to make a pocket.
This is what quilters do when they're fussy cutting a certain motif, mostly flowers, but gotta do trains.
So these are terms I'm not used to now. This is the front, and she's got a piece of this other stuff here.
This is the right side. This is the wrong side. This is iron-on woven interfacing. that has like a rough texture, and it's actually a hard glue. So when you iron it, the glue melts to the wrong side, and then it puts like a stiffener, or it adds body.
Okay, so that's what it's for. So it's just to stiffen it up. Okay. Yeah, so now that made it real nice and stiff. The pins.
So I'm putting on my 1/4-inch foot. It has a guide there so that it goes right up against the fabric, so that it only stitches at 1/4 inch.
Cool.
Very handy for quilters.
So the sewing begins. So she's got a pocket made for one. This is the one we're going to have a little elastic thing with a button to hold it. And that's the Hiawatha right there. Came out pretty good, eh? So that's the bottom. This one here is going to have a button on there with an elastic band. And this pocket is going to have Velcro. She's already got it sewed on with the flap. And that's my Milwaukee Road, and that's my Hiawatha. That's pretty cool. Geez, like I just turned around. I went out in the kitchen to make a meatloaf, and when I came back, she's this far with this already. I'll tell you what, she's a wizard. Right, wizard?
If you only knew the mistakes. Okay, so you see I put Velcro on the flap, and then on the other side we've got the elastic, so it just gives a different option of what you want to hold in there. And there's the bottom, and then there's the inside. It's unlined right now. A liner will go in there along with the insulating batting as well. So that's So now I'm getting ready to sew the Insulbright batting onto the liner that will go inside, and it's supposed to reflect. I think the direction says reflect hot and cold, so that it keeps cold things cold and hot things hot. And there's no right or wrong way that this can go on the fabric according to the directions. It also says that there's little metal fibers in here, so that's why you see it's kind of shiny and stuff. So I've never worked with this, so yeah, this is a first time for me, so this will be interesting. Ah, I ran out of bobbin thread.
Really? So is that inside out?
Yep, and now I gotta pull it out through here somehow. just finished it. Looks pretty good, if I may say so myself. So here I put elastic around your button, so if you put your cell phone in there, it'll hold your cell phone without the fear of it falling out, and then you can cross it over like that around your button, so that will give it a little bit more secure. And here's your Hiawatha. It's in that pleat, but then as you put stuff in your pocket, you know, it'll fan it out a little bit and you'll be able to see it a little bit better. And then on this side, you've got your Velcro, so you can put other stuff in there like your granola bar or something like that when you're out walking around. And then same thing here, there's your Milwaukee Road and the pleat, and as you put stuff in your pocket, you'll be able to see it better too. And then I put that picture on the flap just to honor our dads that were in the service. Even though none of our dads was in the Navy here, it's still, you know, a serviceman, so I thought that was kind of cool. And, you know, plenty of room for a good size soda bottle or water bottle, whatever. And another thing right here is Rock Island, and that's the train that I rode quite a bit in the 60s going back and forth to Kansas City, so I thought that was pretty cool that it showed up right there. So yeah, I think it turned out pretty good, you know. I hope you like it, so here you go.